Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-da-bum-bum-bum. Hi everyone, it's Rabbi Kenneth Hahn for Ask the Rabbi Thursdays and JUTV. And today we ask the question, are there Jewish chaplains? And I have to tell you, while I was just doing that little jingle of ours, what I really wanted to be humming was the theme from MASH. And I'm dating myself a little bit, but growing up, that's a sitcom that I watched and loved. And there was a character on that show that was a very popular character. He was a kind of a secondary character. And his name was Father Mulcahy, and he was the chaplain assigned to the MASH unit that was serviced by Alan Alda and company, Hawkeye Pierce. And so that's one of the roles of a chaplain. Chaplains are basically members of the clergy who are assigned to an institution, a military institution, or an educational institution, or some other kind of institution. Historically, they were people who actually cared for a chapel, which is where the word comes from in French, chaplain, or someone who takes care of a chapel. Now, that character in MASH, of course, was Father Mulcahy. He was a reverend, a minister, and a lot of people think there are not Jewish chaplains, and if you haven't been in a serious health situation, you may not have ever come across a Jewish chaplain. And even if you have been, you might think if a chaplain introduces himself or herself to you, that that person couldn't possibly be Jewish because, or whether lay or, a rabbi, because chaplains are, from the Christian faith. And that's just not the case. And I know that personally because I'm training to be a chaplain right now. And so there are chaplains who are explicitly Jewish chaplains. They are Jewish clergy. They train in a Jewish chaplain institutional setting, and they very likely will work in a Jewish context, like Jewish geriatric services or something along those lines. There also are very commonly interfaith chaplains who are clergy and even lay people from many, many different religious faith traditions who believe in the interfaith approach, and regardless of the faith tradition in which that person was raised or became schooled, she or he tries to use the insights from that faith tradition alongside many other faith traditions to cater to the spiritual needs of anybody. And I may bring particular insights from my own faith tradition, but I try to universalize them. So in that sense, chaplaincy work in this context of interfaith chaplaincy is truly a universal approach and is very consistent with the principles of the Union of Jewish Universalist Communities, or UJUC. So I want to assure you, if you are Jewish and you find yourself in a hospital, God forbid, and a chaplain is knocking at your door, don't automatically turn away assuming that that person doesn't share your faith tradition, or at a minimum have an interest in catering to your spiritual needs wherever you happen to be. So, with that, I will say Lehitraot. Have a wonderful Shabbat. Tune in next Monday for Music Mondays, and see you soon. Bye-bye.